Delaware in the building. Y'all ain't ready for the Delaware takeover. Y'all not ready for this unique style and creativity that everybody in the world wants to see. Nas and Jay is bringing it, and everything they bring got that Delaware swag.
Hey everybody!
Hey everybody! Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Welcome to your morning sip of local news, what's happening, and
Real world mess.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
You go first. Who are you?
My name is Jay. Hold on, I got a new title this morning. You know what I'm saying? My name is J Street Jr.
Sweet feet.
And I am your local speed demon. That's it. I'm just fast.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I am Naja Nicole. I'm your cultural programs coordinator at the Delaware Art Museum. I am a singer-songwriter whose album is coming out very soon, and I'm very excited about it. Mother, lover of the natures.
Oh my kids are going to the Ashland Nature Center today.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm terrified of spiders.
That's fair. That's legit.
Like terrified.
I'm not, but I can appreciate it.
If they're outside, I do better.
That makes sense.
But if they're inside, oh my God, burn the house down.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's who we are.
Check the audio because I'm paranoid right now. Just
what?
make sure I'm just paranoid.
Can y'all hear us? Yeah.
It's already at that part?
Sometimes it's a delay from my phone.
Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, we're good.
Is it my phone?
No, we're good.
Okay. All righty. So, flowers. Who do you have flowers for?
Well, as I let this flower interlude run, the flowers I have for, well, you know what? Thinking about two things, actually. So, number one, I got to give flowers to Tahira for pulling off with her team a fourth consecutive successful year of the Wilmington Black Storytellers Residency. Each year gets a little bit, each year gets better. From my end, I ran a songwriting workshop for them for 3 days, and they created a blues song this time. And, from my end, it's gotten better every year. But the point is that Tahira has put on this thing for 4 years straight, and it's grown progressively in a great direction. And she's just one of those people who just does all of the right things. And I cannot wait to see the long-term trajectory of what she's putting together, because she's literally bringing in people from all over the country who are Black storytellers, and they're all dope people. And it's really super cool to see them interact and create together in a really, like, you talk about synergy and connectivity, and like they really are connected and like locked into the work. Like, how a lot of times when you go to like a retreat or some kind of a what do you call it? Not retreats, and also professional developments. How it always feels like I have to be here, and like you just get it done for the, because you have to be there. Yeah. And they choose to come, but like it is really inspiring to spend time around a group of artists who are in a space of real enjoyment and real commitment to what they do. Yeah. Yes. So shout out to you, Tahir, for what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah. Flowers to my husband. It is our 7-year.
Seven. Bam.
7-year wedding anniversary. My God, what a time. And I was heavily pregnant. Heavily, like having contractions when I walked down the aisle.
You gotta lock it down properly. You ain't going nowhere. Fellas, that's how you really keep them. You know what I'm saying? God. Knock them up quick.
Happy 7-year anniversary.
Well done, sir. Yes.
Oh my God. All right. So what's going on?
I got more flowers.
You only sent me one.
Oh, that's fair enough. You know what? When we do the temperature check, I'll tie it into that.
Oh, we didn't do that.
Oh, well. Temperature check. I'll do it like you do it. We need to have like a...
I know.
But anyway, how are you today, Naj?
Well, I'm okay. Taking it one day at a time. I'm taking it one day at a time, honey.
Often when we are doing these temperature checks, we both know the real story that often can't be told. So I'll be saying, yeah, it's been rough. And
I'm like,
and I can't be Pacific, and she knows exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm chuckling now with her because I'm like, yep.
All I know is life really be lifing. That's all I know is that life really be lifing. So I just want to say flowers to everybody who is really getting through when life be lifing. Like we working it.
That's a great point.
We're getting through it. Hold on tight. Because tomorrow is coming. And one thing I try to think about all the time, or two things I think about. One, my sister said to me, you don't have to bleed to know that you're doing good. Number one, to know that you're working hard enough. You don't have to bleed. And two, today may be rough, but there's always a chance for things to smooth out tomorrow. So hold on until tomorrow. So there you go.
Cool.
Temperature check. How you feeling, Jay? How you feeling?
I'm having a good mood. And it's mainly because, and this is why I'll make this slash flowers. I ran another relay last night.
No, you flew.
I ran another relay last night with number one Jahidi. He called me 2 days ago and he's like, "You doing it again?"
And he's an island man. Like, how dare you beat him?
He said the funniest thing yesterday. He was like, "At this point, if you run track, I consider you to be 1/8 Jamaican." So I'm like, "Oh, absolutely. I'll take all of that. Please throw me in that squad." Because if I had like a short list of other like nationalities besides like Black African Black American, Jamaican's high on that list. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm going to be like, well, I'll be Jamaican then.
Mm-hmm.
So all that to say is he called me 2 days ago. He was like, "You going to do the relay this year again, right?" And I was like, yeah, let's for sure do it. He's like, "Well, you got to get spikes." And I was like, "Spikes?" Like, bro, it is not.
You really went and bought them?
I was like, it is not that serious. I'm like, it's really not that. He's like, "No, you're going to feel light on your feet. You're going to feel faster, this, that, and the other." I'm like, I'm not spending, I'm not I'm 48 years old. I'm not, this is not a serious thing. I'm just having fun. I do run at the track to stay in shape, but he's like, "You got to get them." So
and then the next scene, he's in Dick's Sporting Goods.
And so I'm like, but Ja's a little far out sometimes. I love that man to death, but like he pushes it. Like he's an artist and he will go far with things. So I'm like, I called Coach Dane from Delaware Elite. I was like, "Yo, Ian said I should get some spikes." And he's like, "How committed are you?" I'm like, "Committed. I'm going to do this once or twice a year like we do it." And he's like, "Just get the spikes." So I went to Dick's and I bought the cheapest spikes, and I ran the 4x1 old head relay at the Bob King Wednesday night meets, and with the Delaware Elite team. And so flowers, number one, to Delaware Elite again for putting together those weekly city meets and participating with that and being present and really helping out with that, especially Coach Dane. And I had a blast again. And like I ran a relay maybe like a month ago, and I was pretty sore from that, but I feel better today. And I think it's because I've been half competing, within close range of each other. So I feel pretty good today, but I'm going to keep doing it. And if I find more easy opportunities to compete in that way, I'm going to, because I forgot how fun it is to really be in that competitive space. So I'm like revved up and just kind of generally excited because I had a really fun time, because Jahidi dragged me into it, and because Delaware Elite puts together a wonderful Wednesday night track meet series at Abyssinia. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw the video. My body hurt looking at it. I'm be honest. When I ran track, I did the 400.
Mm-hmm.
I did high jump, and I don't think I competed with long jump, but I remember doing shot put one time.
Shot put?
Like one competition.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but yeah.
Yeah, one meet, sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, I am not fast at all, like in the least bit. So watching y'all legs
it's so fun.
Like, my God.
It's so fun, man. Like you you get into a space where I'm like, I'm like, I figured out that specifically, at least track and field is a safe and healthy outlet for me to express my aggression. And that's a good thing because, I got into like Muay Thai and I thought about picking up jiu-jitsu, but I'm like, I don't need to be getting punched in the face and I don't have any real violence to me anymore. Like I don't want to hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I just need to do something like all out aggressive. And it's a great way for me to do it without like having to like be in some kind of weird combat thing or like, tear off an arm. I don't want to do that to anybody or get mine torn off. So, yeah.
Well, kudos to you.
It was fun.
Getting your old legs out there and running.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to just glaze over this. So there was a body found in the Brandywine.
You're just not going to let me do my local stuff, huh?
Oh, excuse me. So I'm so sorry. Here you go. Here you go. Oh, local news.
Such an ass.
So there was a body found in the Brandywine yesterday. I believe it was a man, and they aren't sure the cause of death. It was taken to the coroner or wherever they take bodies. So sorry to this man and his family when they find out who he is and what happened. But I wanted to just say, listen, I understand that everybody has cell phones that they can pull out in a heartbeat. I understand that everybody feels like they want to go viral because they think that's going to change their life.
That's a good point.
What I need y'all to understand is not everything needs to be on social media. And what I mean by that is I ended up stumbling upon, just in my scroll, a video of someone across the river videotaping or recording the police and fire department pulling the body out of the water. And I didn't know what I was looking at first. And when I realized it, I immediately scrolled and I was sick to my stomach.
I think to your great point, from my opinion, from my perspective, the main reason that everyone needs to be more thoughtful about that, and I could even bring it over to like, a lot of, sometimes you see people post really, really explicit images of what's going on, like in Gaza. And as someone who is relatively insensitive to graphic images,
I'm very sensitive.
People are very sensitive to that. And you really can trigger somebody and you really can traumatize someone and make them see things that they will hold in a really heavy way, and you have to be considerate of that. Like there's just a time, to me, it's very similar to like, if I go and offer some food to the homeless,
I'm not going to record it.
I don't need that to just like, like everything doesn't need to be seen and on camera. Like, just leave it there. So great point.
This was just, I was extremely disturbed for many reasons. The respect of the man
and the family,
but also just the insensitivity to people who have never seen a dead body outside of a funeral.
Yeah.
Me, I have never seen and I don't want to, and I don't think that's something that you should be like okay with seeing. We shouldn't be desensitized. Like, no one should be seeing a dead body outside of the normal understanding of death. And so, and then this morning, as I'm scrolling, I see someone else repost another, like the same video.
You know what the flip side is, since we're just talking about it? And this is not to say that you should. I'm just saying, I'm trying to understand the other perspective. and I'm
People
legitimately
they want to go viral.
No. It's actually a desensitization that is almost natural but also unhealthy. There are a lot of people in the city who have seen dead people because of all of the violence that happens in the city, and there are soldiers who have who can see something like that and be unmoved, and they might legitimately um not have much of an issue with it.
Why
And that's not
share it?
no, I'm agreeing with you.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like,
but
why
I
would
think
you
it's
share
like
that?
I literally think that you can be so desensitized that it's almost like, oh, look here again, almost the same way. Like I would never. I'm so sensitive, even though I'm insensitive. Like I am not even comfortable posting or like taking a video of like a bird skeleton that's on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, respect the dead. It's a certain
I block
thing.
you.
Right. No. And I get it. But I think that and I mean this actually, if you talk to somebody who grew up in a tough part of the city, they may have seen just as much as any combat vet and just be like, oh, look, somebody did it again. Because there's not a thought of that. It's just like what I see every day. So it's what I see every day or like every month. So here it is again. And it's not appropriate, but I could quite frankly see why it happens in a capacity.
Well,
Yeah.
It was extremely disturbing.
Mhm.
And I can't get it out of my head. That's the other thing. And I am very, very sensitive, very, very, very sensitive. And I have seen that image over and over and over, and it just keeps making me sick. And I'm thinking about all different things. I'm thinking about the fact that why were you standing there like a creep in the bushes filming that? Number two, why would you disrespect the body and the family of the body? You know, it's just
be a little more empathetic.
yeah, please. You know, and you brought up another thing that we've never really addressed. When people share the images from overseas of bodies and all that, I don't.
I understand the point, but it's like you have to be careful.
You have to, and I think people. To your point about there are people who have seen dead bodies just because of the violence in the city. You should because you've gone through something traumatic and terrible. You should not want the same for someone else. You should want better for others.
No, I don't think that they see it that way though.
And that's
it's just like this is what my day-to-day is. This is what I see.
I'm just there's another story we're gonna get into in a little bit that has to do with social media and phones and shit. I'm very there's some correlation here. But yeah, condolences when that information comes out to the family of that man that passed away. And yeah, so
want to go to the STEM, the inspiration lady, just to kind of bring that up and switch it up a little bit?
No, I want to do.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
Okay. I'm going to kind of read this because I don't want to mess it up. But, this is the point where we have something a little bit inspirational. I'm just going to read from the article like a paragraph real quick. But so Amy Forna Sanko has persevered from failing primary school in Sierra Leone to gaining a biochemistry PhD in the U.S. She grew up in Sierra Leone during the Civil War and lost her hearing around 3 years old. She's the first deaf Black woman. And I almost think that, like, I want to know that a Black woman is able to do this, but you could also leave that part out, meaning that, like, a deaf person received a doctorate in a scientific technical, but she's the first deaf Black woman to receive a doctorate in any scientific, technical, engineering, and maths discipline in the U.S. and possibly the world. She will graduate with a PhD from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville's Department of Biochemistry in Cellular and Molecular Biology in May. So it already happened, but it came up in my feed, and I thought that was something that should be highlighted because it's inspirational. And we're going to keep on trying to give you guys pieces of inspiration during this show because we all need it. And what a great story. And it just reminds us that whatever boundaries or disabilities or hurdles that we have to jump over, it's doable. And, she just serves as another example of what humans can do when they're committed and passionate to something. What a great story. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. Black girl scientist.
Mm-hmm.
If you're interested, there's a book called Ada Twist Scientist to get your kids. It's a really cute book. So
tell me more about that.
It's a little girl who was doing experiments all throughout her house, and her family is just like, oh my God, there's so many things happening.
Yep.
And she wants to be a scientist, and it's a really cute book. So
we need more Black scientists.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Okay, so I saw this a couple months ago, and I wanted to bring it up. So y'all know that there was a tsunami warning, right? There was a tsunami warning on the West Coast and in Hawaii.
Coming from Russia, 8.8 on the magnitude, 8.8 magnitude on the Richter scale.
And, as I'm reading, I was thinking about, and I asked Jay this like last week, I was like, what are the things that we thought were going to be bigger deals than they actually were or actually are when we were kids? One of them for me was tsunamis. I knew, like, once I learned about tsunamis, I swore up and down.
It's over. I need to prep.
I swore up and down that we was going to get hit with a tsunami. Oh, Dwayne Cobb said it's also a show on Netflix, Ada Twist Scientist.
Ooh.
Oh, I gotta watch it. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
But I swore up and down that tsunamis was going to be a problem, and that I was going to have to move further into the country to avoid being swallowed up by
especially
a massive
because we're
wave.
such a low point in Delaware, right?
Yes, actually, Delaware is the lowest state under sea level.
We're a bunch of lowlifes.
Literally, because we're a peninsula. So we're even lower than Florida. But anyway, so that, and then I started thinking about quicksand.
Mm-hmm.
I thought quicksand.
That was on my list for sure. Quicksand was definitely on my list. Like, I would be like, oh my God, somehow I'm going to get stuck in quicksand and I'm never going to get out.
I'm going to suffocate in quicksand.
No one's going to know that I went.
No one's going to help me. That's going to be in the end of my life. And I'm not even going to know when it's going to hit. I thought that jungles were going to be more of a problem. Like, I was going to have to trek through a jungle for something. Like, I thought that was going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm. I had acid rain. Remember acid rain? I was like, I hope it's not acid raining out right now. I'm going to go outside and just melt. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to burn. And
we're not going to be able to come out of our houses.
Like my house is going to melt. Like everything's just going to melt by this acid rain. It was really terrifying. I still have images of like the rain falling on the wood and like, just burning it like, some science project. Acid rain.
Yep. Well. I also thought killer bees. I really thought.
Oh, I agree with that one too. Like I'm going to be attacked by a swarm of. That's a killer bee right there.
It's more specifically, I thought that I was going to have a straw on me at all times, so that way I could jump into a body of water and have the straw
you're
there.
Absurd. Okay, all right.
To sip air while the bees were around swarming because they weren't going to go in the water. So. I just knew I was going to have a straw and have to jump in the water to protect myself from the bees. Right. I also thought Tasmanian devils.
Never worried about that.
Was a thing. Rhinos and Tasmanian devils.
No.
I don't know why.
No, killer bees, quicksand, and acid rain for sure. That was gonna get got by those. For
tornadoes.
Sure. Tornado.
After Twister.
No, I never saw that.
The movie Twister. What? J Street.
No, I'm aware of it. I just never saw it.
You gotta watch Twister.
Sure.
You gotta watch that. When I saw that movie, I just knew that I was gonna have an underground bunker and my house was gonna be made out of bricks. Like I just knew like that was it. There's no way that I'm gonna survive in the world because tsunamis and tornadoes and oh God. So I'm glad that it didn't turn into anything crazy.
No,
it definitely brought up my childhood fears.
No, but plus the recent tsunami, it was in Japan. I mean, that wasn't that long ago, and that was a legit horrifying experience. That was wild. Those videos, but yeah.
All right, what you want to do, Shannon Sharpe or Dr. Umar?
I mean, I feel like that's a collective donkey of the day thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would prefer to start with Dr. Umar, but however you want to rock.
All right, the fraud himself. the fake ass Pan-African prince, got online and said, my account is frozen. I cannot get to the money that I scammed you all for. And so I need even more money to scam you further. And said, I have not asked you for anything. And he also said something about having 2 daughters. That is the first time he's actually like full on claimed his 2 children.
I'm about to go in, but go ahead.
And so I was first of all, I was cackling. And the comments were like, why is your account frozen? And apparently there was like a hacking or something. Either way, and he was actually just recently on Don't Call Me White Girls podcast.
Oh, he was on there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder how that went.
Oh my God.
Anyway, go ahead.
There was a lot of shenanigans.
Of course.
You know, because
she's real.
Yeah, she's real. So it was a lot of shenanigans and stuff. But it baffles me how many people. And recently he shared an old video to appease people asking about the school about that gave a tour. That building has not moved.
And I hope it doesn't.
Nothing has happened. He's a fraud. He's a fake. He's a liar. He is mentally ill. And people keep bringing him into the conversation. And just because the points he makes at times are valid, anybody can chat GPT some dope, real deep black shit.
Well, that's the whole danger of him, is that he makes, it's like, the devil sometimes says the truth.
Listen.
So he makes points sometimes, and that, if you are a complete moron, can lure you into paying attention to him. You got more to say? Because I have a lot to say, because I've had this bottled up for years, quite frankly.
Oh, I just need people to stop deriding.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I need.
That.
I need y'all to stop deriding and let this man fail quietly away from us, because he's a piss poor example of Black excellence. He is not.
It's not even, it's more than that. So let me be clear. Let me start with this. I have kept my mouth
It's an embarrassment.
very quiet about Dr. Umar. Number one, because generally I don't like to trash Black people publicly if it's avoidable. And I've been sort of pessimistically hopeful that he wouldn't succeed in opening a school in Wilmington. And at the time when he brought up that whole idea and started that process, I took mental notes of all of the people who were co-signing on it, because that told me you're an idiot. And let me go make another point another reason that I haven't said anything is because I recognize that I'm a super easy target for him, which I don't really care, but it's just like, let somebody else deal with it. Because number one, I'm light skinned. You know what I'm saying? So clearly I have some of the master's blood in me, like everybody else doesn't too. And number two, I'm married to a white woman. So he can easily throw the snow bunny thing out and just say that to most people. And then I'm discredited completely for anything I would have to say against him, right? I'm an easy target, because not an easy target, but I'm easy to criticize if you are coming from his perspective, right? I get that. I've always owned that. I have no problems with it, right? But
you went to school for psychology too, and you smart as shit. So
it's not even
he
that.
could come at you all day.
But so number one, the first thing that everybody should have had an immediate red flag for is when he said that he's going to use psychology to fix gay boys. It doesn't work that way. And anyone who has worked with children, anyone who has a homosexual friend knows that you don't use therapy to fix that. It just does that. That was the immediate red flag to me. Like, what are you talking about? This person is an idiot. You shouldn't be counseling anyone. That should have been it. It's almost the same thing as soon as Trump made a joke about dating his daughter, that's it. All bets are off. Then he said, I'm going to make it an all vegan school. I get that you want the kids to be healthy, and I can appreciate someone being vegan. That's your choice. To make young boys who are growing and need quality protein, and to make them choose a certain dietary lifestyle that isn't required. You can still be healthy and eat meat. In fact, I would say that you should eat meat as long as your body can handle it, but that's up for discussion. That's a red flag number 2. Number 3, there is no documentation that I'm aware of that this man has ever even worked inside of a school. Anyone who has worked in education and worked in any school setting understands that you don't just open up a school and do it. If you are teaching is a discipline in and of itself, just like photography or singing. You have to build skills over time. And a good teacher is a skilled person that does things that everyone else can't do. And if you're in charge of the school, part of your job is to be able to say to other teachers, this is how you teach better. You're supposed to be the head dog teacher who can criticize and give help to a teacher. And if you've never done it, you don't know how to do it. Like, you can't be good at helping other teachers improve. It's fundamental. So maybe you open a school after you've worked with kids. And then the last thing, and there's way more, is how could you say the things that he said online about his baby, the mother of his children, and the way that he's talked about other women? I don't even have to say black women. The way that he talks about women, how can you take those videos, which are locked forever in time, and then have him stand in front of a group of boys as an example? Someone who has trashed his own mother on TV doesn't get to, someone who's trashed the mother of his own children on TV doesn't get to stand in front of young men and say, I'm the example for how you treat women. That's a terrible thing that he does. And it's not acceptable for someone who's going to be a role model to boys who need role models more than other boys, to boys who probably don't have a strong male figure at home to show them the way to deal with women. So all of these factors and his just plain old cooning and buffooning, asking for money the way that he does, makes him wildly unacceptable. And if you all want to watch him for entertainment, cool. But the idea that any fool would put their children in front of that man is absurd. And I hope, if there's ever a time that I hope some of my words go viral, it is these words right here. Because I've worked with children for my entire adult life. And I don't play with my kids. And I mean that collectively, all the kids that I work with. It's really, really important work. And not that I'm the best at it, but to watch someone come around as a literal threat, as far as I'm concerned, to our young people, especially in our small community, it's unacceptable. And anyone who co-signs on that dude is a moron. And I'll leave it there.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's getting a lot of tax breaks and
great. Have
know,
at the social media, bro. Be an entertainer. Great.
But I need people
be a caricature, to
wake up.
Yeah. If you need to be super nigga man, great. Have at it. But come on, bro. So stay away from the kids, because you
Lord have mercy. And then on to Shannon Sharpe. Shannon, dumbass Sharpe.
Not so sharp. Shannon Dull. Oh, poor brother. Shannon I love Dull. His podcast. I love your podcast, bro. The podcast is fantastic. I do mean that. The podcast is fantastic. I mean, he's got some great interviews on there.
So if you don't know, he settled a lawsuit.
I can't even say poor guy.
Hold on, because I need to look up the amount. Shannon Sharpe lawsuit. Details. Okay, so he settled. The girl's 22 now, but she was 19 at the time, an OnlyFans model. That was his girlfriend, and she accused him of SA and R, and
Yep. What's
sometimes they censor things and they'll shut your sound off on Facebook if you say
Okay,
the
never mind.
words.
Cool. Have at it.
And so he settled it for a lot of money, so much so that she went on her Instagram and retired herself from
well done.
From OnlyFans.
Well done, ma'am. Well done.
He
sniped him.
Vehemently denied the allegations, and that was 2 weeks ago, and he is now fired from ESPN.
Thank God he still got his podcast, and I shouldn't have any sympathy for him because it's such a rookie mistake. I don't even have much to say. I don't feel bad for him because I can't, but I kind of feel bad for him because I like him, but I can't have sympathy for such stupid behavior from a grown-ass man who has plenty of money.
Why is it stupid?
Why is what stupid? Why is his behavior stupid?
Mm-hmm. What about his behavior is stupid, Jay?
So, number one, she's just way too young. I mean, 19, 20. So I was at the track this summer running, and I saw people running who I thought were high school kids. I'm looking at them as kids. I'm like, oh, look at these young kids out here running in the summer. They were college students, right? So these are, grown or almost grown adults to an extent. Like, they're not fully developed, 25, 26, but I'm like, that's how I see a 21-year-old. 19 is potentially in high school still, or a freshman at best in college. They're way too young. And that's the main problem, quite frankly. She's just wildly too young. And then I can assume that he spent all kinds of money on her. And why go with the OnlyFans model situation when you know that's likely a trap? There's no good that's going to come of this situation because he has money and is a relatively good-looking, famous guy.
No, he went that way because his shit don't stink.
But
his shit didn't stink.
But if we're honest,
he was being honest with himself. He thought he was all that.
But
he even so much so that he disrespected women his age, my age, black women.
And so he's in a position where he can very easily find a really attractive woman between he can basically have physically anything he wants because of his money, fame, and he's a good-looking guy, right? He's fit. He's got all of the things in his favor, and to waste it on a wildly, inappropriately young OnlyFans model is just, what are you doing?
He should have looked at her
as a child. Number one.
But also her having some type of mental illness for you to be as sexualized as young as you are. To me, men his age are predators when they date anyone 25 or younger. You're a predator because, number one, for that girl or that young man, anybody, man or woman, for you to be that young and that sexualized so quickly, something's wrong. Something has happened to you for you to completely just F it, F all of it. I'm putting it all out there. Something has happened. Something's not clicking. You didn't have something in your life or something happened to you in your life. And so for you to be a 50-year-old man, to look at this 19-year-old, because who knows? And the other thing is, there's also been allegedly talks online that she was 17 when he met her.
And that's...
Yeah. Which is even more disgusting. You're a predator. I really want to say the other word, but
it's too much.
That's what you are. That's what you, and the other thing is, men have an issue with accountability. When a woman, when a woman is a real woman, a woman about her business, about her life, about her family, about her shit, she's going to hold you accountable. And the problem is there are a lot of men his age who don't want to be held accountable, who don't want nobody giving them rules or regulations or anything like that. You want somebody that you can manipulate. You want somebody that's going to do whatever you say. You want somebody that's going to keep their mouth shut and just look pretty.
But even on top of that, you're completely correct.
And that's disgusting.
Even on top of that, just thinking Okay, number one, at 19, I can't even take you to a bar to we can't even do adult
even do
stuff.
shots of tequila at the bar.
We can't do anything adult. And I have said this there's so many pieces of this. Number one, we said that. Number two, I think there's been and I see it all the time actually online, just casually people saying yo, respectfully, these young girls are they got a lot of issues. And it's just any man can understand and appreciate a fit, youthful physique.
Figure, yeah.
I get it. I get that. Anyone can get that.
Anyone like a fit, youthful looking nigga, man.
Yeah, I understand that. But as an adult,
I like gray hairs too, or what do you call them? Silver foxes too.
As an adult, especially if you have kids. No, you don't know where I'm going. One of the things.
Oh, it said there's really no difference between Umar and Sharpe.
That's why we lumped it together, brother. One of the things that any grown-ass man knows is after the woman has children, everything gets a little nicer. So the older one got better goods.
She knows better. She knows herself better. She's more confident.
And you can have a conversation.
She know how to pay bills.
Okay, I enjoy talking to young people about what they do with their young lives. You know what I'm saying? And what are you guys into? Oh, he's the most, he's your good rapper. And then I listen, but I'm not really looking to join that world. I'm just casually observing what the young people do. I want to talk about stuff on my level and based on my experiences. And I can understand sort of being ooh, Big Daddy, look, I wooed you and show you all these new things. But fundamentally, at the end of the day, once I'm really settled, that gets old quick. It's cute for a little bit. And then I want to be with a grown-ass woman. Literally more attractive.
That girl is still trying to figure out.
Let me tell you something. Phylicia Rashad, I'm sure when she was 21, was unbelievable. Cosby Show, Phylicia Rashad, grown-ass woman, lawyer, mom, good God. Angela Bassett, I'm sure when she was 22 was wow. 36-year-old, 42-year-old Angela Bassett, good God. That's all I got to say. You know what I'm saying? And that's the point. And Shannon could be with something like that.
He could be with anybody.
And that's your choice, bro? There's something going on.
I don't know. I'm just grossed out. I'm grossed out, and
well, you should
and it's sad. And here's the other thing. And I'm gonna throw in a curveball.
Uh-oh.
So there's how do I say this?
You just say it.
Journey's dad was 8 years my senior. I was young. I was legal. But
oh, Jesus.
I understood.
I'm uncomfortable.
I was I think he's fine. I'm gonna talk to him. I was feeling myself because I was fresh out of high school, going into college. I was really excited. And I really but my parents were like, he's too old. He's too old. He's too old. And I was like, nah, forget my parents. I'm grown enough.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I have discernment.
No, you don't.
No, I didn't.
No, you don't.
I didn't.
Yeah, ain't no way. It's impossible.
I really wish that I had really listened to my parents because I could have made some better decisions on how to move forward. I'm thankful for my baby. And I'm thankful for what I've learned about motherhood and what I've gone through. But I really wish that I had, made some different decisions. And although we were both in our 20s, I was still significantly younger than him.
And the difference between me at 21 versus me at 28 is a completely different human.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even fully developed as an adult at 28. But, you know, me 26, 27 with a real job, taking on a real responsibility with, you know, a house and that kind of stuff at that age is so wildly different than someone who is 20. It's complete. It's a different. Eventually, when everyone is at a space where everyone is working as adults and you have then things start to even out. But just the phase of life it's so different in that space.
Like you're fresh out of high school and adolescence when you are between 18 and 25. Fresh out. You can't even rent a car until you're 25. Like, and he was 50 something. So quite honestly, you get everything. You deserve everything you get.
Yeah, that was just dumb, bro.
Because that was stupid.
Stiff hat.
It's very stupid. And it's gross. It's very gross.
It's gross.
So, what else? So the Mary Jane is Delaware is going to be the 22nd state to start selling that flower.
That's one of those places where I so wish that I could like really partake in it, but it's just I don't function well with THC. It's just it's a rule. I'm a drinker. Yeah, I wish that I could play that game more because I would like to ingest less alcohol into my body, but I do not do well with THC anymore. But I'm glad for everyone who can because it's probably a safer and healthier choice than alcohol. Let's be honest. Yeah.
So yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all can buy it and all that. It's to begin. When is it to begin? It's to begin soon. Hold on, I'm looking at. Oh God.
Why do you keep saying when is it to begin?
Like
when does it begin?
The official day where.
When is it to begin?
To begin.
When is it to begin?
So yeah, let me know where you're going and what you think of it. How do you go about figuring out what you want to buy?
I mean, I almost think it's like it's the same thing as alcohol. Like you gotta experiment and have fun and see what you like. Do I like beer? Do I like tequila? Do I like whiskey? Wine? What do you like?
There's tinctures, there's gummies, there's drinks, there's the flour, there's food, edibles. I wonder if it'll be like, oh my God, do you think there'll be a Mary Jane bakery?
For sure. That's definitely pending.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So let me know. Let us know where you're going and what it's like. Yeah.
And if you see me hiding in a corner asking for someone to call 911, it's because I had one teeny tiny toke of the lightest marijuana that you've ever seen.
He's such a baby. You are such a baby. Oh my God.
You could give me the teeniest, tiniest crumb from the lowest dosage of an edible, and I would swear that the rapture has begun and everyone needs to run and hide now because it's over. It's over.
If Naj and Jay had a flower after us, like what kind of flower would we be? Like what brand or flavor or whatever y'all call it?
No, I can't. I'm not educated enough.
Why don't we open up one?
I don't.
That would be.
I got enough stuff to do, but yeah.
I mean, I got a green thumb, and you're good at math.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have success.
So we should have a business.
And people love us, so we could have a business and provide for the people.
We call it "Hi, everybody."
Would y'all buy from us?
Hi, everybody. Hi.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, one last thing before we go. I was listening to NPR. I was listening to NPR. Y'all know I love NPR. They were talking about how college students are going into college and don't know how to interact with their roommates because of social media and technology.
Wow.
And are actually seeking counseling on how to interact with their roommates.
Oh my God.
I was shooketh.
Oh my God.
Like therapists were actually talking about how they were going into college campuses in the lunch or the what do you call that? I'm thinking mess hall. It's not mess hall. Cafeteria.
Yeah.
And how quiet it was because everyone was on their phones.
Oh my gosh, that is sad. That makes me sad.
The cafeteria was the place to be.
That was a party.
Like, what do you mean it was quiet?
Some of my greatest memories in undergrad were in the cafeteria.
What do you mean you don't know how to interact with your roommate? What do you mean y'all don't know
I remember
how to...
being mad at the New York nigga because they were so loud. It was like, could you all please stop being so loud?
I don't understand that. I don't understand.
That is terrifying.
I don't understand. So I want to make sure we're putting this out there. If you need Naj and Jay to come and counsel your child.
Listen, I'm going to explain this real simply. If that's a real problem, you've got to take the devices out of their hands. Like, you can't let them have them. Okay, I'm not going to get on my high horse.
I was going to say, we don't have time for that.
Best real quick.
Dwayne said, I think this has a lot to do with COVID. Iz says, yay to the MJ.
It's literally the screens. I go out all the time. I'm going to say this, and you all can be mad at me, whatever. Your children should never have a device at the table. And listen, my kids are no different than anybody else's child. We drive with our kids from here to Ohio and back and don't let them have not nary a screen. They don't need it. They figure it out. You're stifling their creativity. You don't let them make up games. A bored child will figure out ways to entertain themselves, and that is fundamental creativity and conversation. I'll stop there.
Yep. So that was really sad. So I'm just putting this out there. If you need Naj and Jay to come by the house
to take your devices,
to take your devices and help your child.
I ain't gonna do nothing but take the device and say, figure it out.
Listen.
Because that's what they do.
But also give him some lines to, hi, my name is, what is yours? That's a step in the right direction. That's a step in the right direction.
It is.
But also, if you want us to do even more, come to our block party. September 6th is the block party this year. Woo! Full band.
It's a lot closer than I'm realizing.
Free food, good music, line dancing, and some other things, special guests. Okay, so I'm going to put the flyer up soon. September 6th from 7:30 to 10. You already know how we do. And we will be performing. We're going to have some special guests performing and coming up. It's going to be different than last year. I know y'all was a little heated about how long it took for the music to start. We was figuring it out. But this year, we getting right into it. We getting right into the concert. We getting right into the singing. So September 6th, put it on your calendar. The Naj and Jay 4th annual block party. Woo! And if you want to vend, hit us up. All right.
The Bridge.
The Bridge Art Gallery. They are launching their magazine. They are launching their magazine tomorrow during Art Loop. So head on over there at 213 North Market Street. And I don't want to brag.
No brag.
But they are the first publication to acknowledge Naj and Jay in the state of Delaware.
Yep.
Just want to put that out there. The people who have come from another state, who have been here for some time and are really, cultivating community, they are the first to acknowledge Naj and Jay in Delaware as people who are doing positive things within the community. So I want to thank y'all for seeing who we are and what we do. And we will be there to celebrate tomorrow from 5 to 8 p.m.
No, align yourself with people who get you because it makes a huge difference.
Yes. We are thankful for them.
I think that it's fair to say that because they've stated this. One of the Macs are a wonderful addition to Wilmington and to Delaware, and it's a fact that they discovered Wilmington in part by watching our show.
They Googled things to do or what's happening in Wilmington, and our show came up, and they started watching us before they even moved to Delaware. And
I'm not saying thank us for the Macs. I'm really not.
No, they was coming here anyway.
They were coming here anyway, but a problem that we're not going to dig into right now is, on one hand, I'm very content with what we do. and we have a lot of love from our collective city. And I'm not complaining, but the reason we give flowers is because there are too many times when people don't get the flowers that they deserve. And the recognition that they are giving us in their publication is what we deserve. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we will be there to celebrate the launch of their magazine tomorrow at the Bridge Art Gallery from 5 to 8. Come on out and celebrate them, celebrate with us, celebrate community. Have a wonderful day. Bye.